back to the Raw Reviews channel, and guys, we're back at it again with another Target exclusive, this time being the Stars of Black series Carbonite Paz Vizsla from the Mandalorian line. So looking at Paz Vizsla right here, I just forgot to say it right here on the intro, but this is a deluxe figure, obviously, because of the packaging and the size of the character. But this is the other figure that I was discussing the other time with the Scout Trooper. And I gotta say, they did an amazing job already. And you can basically see the figure in all its glory right here in this massive window. But we'll go ahead and look at the box real quick, checking out the Stars Black Series logo in this silver font. Obviously, you get the figure and the accessories shown in this massive window. You get this tiny little, not really a sticker, but it's on the packaging, stating that it is a carbonized figure, the name where he falls into the lineup, and his name down there. On the side, you get this epic mural art, and I gotta say, they did a fantastic job capturing, Paz Vizsla right here. Again, even though it does fall into the Mandalorian lineup, it doesn't really fall into the mural art as well, so none of this connects in any sort of way. And on the back of the box, again, it captures Paz Vizsla with his portrait, the Star Wars Black Series logo, and the description shown in this silver font, the name of the lineup again, these warnings, here's the side, bottom, and top. And also, again, this is a sealed figure, so I'm really happy to finally review him here on the channel. And here he is out of the packaging. And looking at Paz up close, just like I was mentioning before, look at the amount of detail they put into this guy. He looks fantastic. I love the armor already. Love this blue color that runs throughout it. But before we get too much into it, let's start from top to bottom. So looking at his helmet, it looks incredible. I love the black visor, the sort of light blue, sort of color that goes throughout it. This battle damage you can see right here with the wear and tear going throughout it as well. This piece does not move, but it looks fantastic. I love that so much. And as far as articulation, he does have a joint at the bottom of the neck and the top, so you get plenty of movement side to side, back, and forward. Looking at the torso, he does have this chest piece right here in the same sort of light blue coloring. Here's the back with that peg for the jetpack accessory. And just overall, love the amount of little scratches right here. Really gives that sort of realistic feel to that armor plating. And he does have a ball joint right here in the upper sort of torso. So there's pretty much side to side, back, and forward. Looking at the arms now, the arm does go out right there. It is able to go around pretty freely. And as you just saw, I like how the shoulder guards right here, or the shoulder pads, are made of a looser plastic. So that's really nice to see. Gives you a bit more articulation right there instead of having to hassle with it, things like that. He does have a swivel right here near the elbow. He has almost like a double elbow. It's also a pinless joint, so that's nice to see. And then he also has this golden gauntlet right here. Has some nice detail. And he does have this launcher. I thought the flamethrower accessory could fit on there, but unfortunately it is a different peg, so I didn't even try it. But he does have articulation at the wrist and the hand, in case you want to know. Looking at the other arm, again, really easy to move. Goes all the way around. He has the double elbow joint, swivel near the elbow. I also forgot to mention he does have those butterfly joints right here, but he does have a silver gauntlet on this hand, and it does move pretty nicely. Look at the waist. He does have this brown leather belt, has a lot going on with these pouches, the silver belt buckle right here, and then it does go into this sort of comma piece, so it is made of a looser plastic, which is nice to know, and the leather strapping does continue right there, all the way around the belt. Looking at the legs now, he is able to go into a split position. He's able to sit down pretty nicely. Legs go back right there. He does have a swivel right here near the thighs. And he does have double knees. So you're able to get him up pretty high right here. So that's really nice to know as well. That's the only thing that isn't pinless, unfortunately, is the knee joints themselves. But other than that, it's not too noticeable. And then I do like that battle damage running throughout the thigh, sort of like metal plating right there. Looks really nice. And then I was just showcasing it real quick before I move on to the last piece of the leg. But he's able to kneel pretty nicely. And then you can display him just like that. So it's nice to see that, those knee joints definitely work out just as good as you'd expect. But lastly, we're going to look here at his boots. So he does have these two different shin guards right here. But he does have these big brown boots. They do point down, point up. There is a rock ankle. So he has some cool action poses with him. And then last but not least, he does come with the jetpack accessory, and it does go into this mounted sort of like LMG type of rifle right here. But oh my gosh, I was going to show the accessory and stuff, but I might as well just have him pose like this. I just put it on and already he looks so badass. I love it. But looking at the accessory right here, you can obviously see that it works out so well. The jetpack, it does come in this nice yellow coloring for the most part. You just, put it on the back right there. This cord, I was wondering where it went, if it went on his chest piece or whatever. But no, it does run into this gauntlet piece in the back. So you just plug it in right there. It does run into this cord, like for the ammo. And then the actual rifle itself, or like the LMG, looks fantastic. I like the gunmetal sort of like gray, and then it running into the barrel, and I like how it has like that sort of like scorched look, like whenever it's like overheating. You do put his backhand right here. There is like a firm handle grip, and then there is a side grip right here where you place the other one. But oh my gosh, he looks incredible, guys. And now for the overview. He is, I'm going to say it, one of the best Mandalorian figures I reviewed in the lineup so far. Everything from the overall look, the articulation, and even the accessory itself are spot on. Nothing was in the way. I was kind of worried for him being a much larger figure. He would be kind of limited to some of the articulation or movement, but no, that was not the case. He's able to kneel better than most figures, and I like that. And the gun accessory, or like that LMG, really makes the figure complete. And I'm really happy that they gave everything, a spot on look, things like that. I do know that there is an original Paz Vizsla out there, but honestly, I would save up and try and find him, as a resale, maybe on eBay, things like that, just because you can see the sort of like contrast and the overall look. I know that the original one is a lot more darker, but this one has a more lifelike sort of like feel to him. And yeah, for it being a carbonized figure, that's what I'm saying. I'm surprised that they have not continued this lineup. I think when I was doing research the other day, I think I stumbled upon like a shore trooper or some other type of trooper that had been in the Carbonite line. But other than that, it's been really quiet. So hopefully the Black Series does, sort of revive this lineup because there's a lot of potential out there. But yeah, other than that, I always do this at the end of the videos. Let me just get it prepped. I always like to showcase the figure with the box in the back and the figure in the front right here. But, that's pretty much it. And if you guys enjoyed it, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram. And I'll catch you all on the next one.